Hey bookwormies! So welcome back to my channel, and I'm here for the October reading wrap up. So actually this month I haven't been reading as much. I feel like other months I read like 16 books, 21, 13. Yeah, I feel like this is my lowest. Yeah, this is my lowest, but whatever. It's fine because what matters is maybe I got a few good books, and I did. So that's nice. So let's get started, right? So first in the month of October, I read Fuel the Fire, which is in the
Hey bookwormies, I don't know what happened, but for some reason my microphone makes it sound as if I'm underwater. I don't know how to fix it. I'm really, really sorry.
yeah, it was in the Calloway Sisters series, and I gave this book a 4 stars. It was very good. Like I don't remember much because there are more books later on in this story, but this was a good book and it really showed the struggle of these specific characters because we see, I guess, some of their struggles before, but this truly shows it. And towards the end, I was sobbing. Well, not towards the end, I think it was like the 80% mark. I don't know. It's a long book, kind of. Then I finally decided to finish the Natural series with Bad Blood. Who's proud of me? Who's proud of me for finally reading that book? And I gave it a 3.5 stars. Like, it wasn't horrible, but I feel like since, like, it just, I felt like it was kind of repetitive. This is why I took a big break between the Natural series because every single book kind of felt repetitive. But coming back to the world and forgetting everything that mainly happened in the last few books really was a great choice, I feel like, because I finally could, like, as if read this book with a fresh mindset, and it was so much better than reading the whole series one after another. So I think that was a good choice, but I don't know. It was okay. Not my love. Not my favorite. Then I read Long Way Down, and I gave this book a freaking 5 stars. A 5 stars. It was so good. This was the book that made me cry. Fuel the Fire was not. I'm so confused right now because I don't remember what book was with which characters, but Long Way Down, I remembered the cover, and this was the one that made me sob. Literally made me sob because of what happened and the fact like just seeing everybody around like try to react to the news, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And so that was just like crazy, but I feel like this book was truly amazing. Next, I read Some Kind of Perfect, which is the last and final book in the whole Addicted Calloway Sisters series. Well, technically, there's also the Like Us series, which is about the main character in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, children. But I don't know if I will read that because I don't know. It feels weird to think as them as adults when I saw them as little children. But Some Kind of Perfect was amazing. Like, it was some kind of perfect. It was so good. I gave it a 4.5 stars. Like, truly, if I could, I would go and reread this because, like, this was in the POV of all of the characters. So, like, we'd jump through and we'd see what's going on. Of course, sometimes I felt like it was just a bit too long, but it was a perfect book to wrap up the whole series and finally deal with everything else that you just wanted to get through. It was just really, really good. I really loved it. Then I finally decided to reread Love Redesigned. I'm proud of myself, truly, because I do love this book. I do. But it wasn't my favorite out of this series, Lake Billionaire series. Yeah, there it is. But it's still a really good book, and I give it a 4 stars when rereading it. It took me a while to reread it. Like, here I'm looking at the dates of when I started and finished it, and it took me like 12 days to read it. Like 2 weeks. That's kind of long, but that's because I was annotating and also because I went on a trip and I didn't take the book with me. I was reading different books during that time. So yeah. But then I also, after this book, I read Nothing Like the Movies, which is the second book to Better Than the Movies. Though I felt like this book, I guess, was essential, but I don't know. I felt like, even though this is a really good book, and I did give it 4 stars, I would also be really happy with only having better than the movies, even though this did tackle all their struggles, but I felt like the characters were totally different. Like, okay, the main girl character like changed so much, and I felt like I was just following two different characters, and it wasn't just the same as before. And I don't know, it felt kind of weird. I didn't fall in love with the book, but I did give it 4 stars, so I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. Then I read Kill for Me, Kill for You, and this is the book of a month that I have on Fable. If you don't know, I have a book club in Fable, and if you guys want to join, you can, of course. We're choosing currently our November read. It should already be out. I'm gonna post it soon. But anyways, this was for our October read, and I truly like this. This was like I read it on the plane, and it was just a really quick book, really easy to read, and I truly did like it. It was like so entertaining, and at some point I was like, "Oh my freaking god!" And the ending, no, the ending, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I did not expect that. I did not expect that the whole time. And I was just so confused. But also, I really did love this book. I gave it a 4 stars, so pretty good. Next, I read Love Theoretically, which is Ali Hazelwood book, and I finally decided to go into them because I only read Ali Hazelwood Checkmate, Mate, which people say isn't her best book, and Bride, which is her first kind of like fantasy romance book. Very heavy on romance, not as much fantasy. It's just in a fantasy world. But I finally decided to go into one of our OG greatest hits books, and I gave it a 4 stars. It was really, really good. It was really easy to read. Like, I could just read it in 2 seconds, and it was perfection. I truly loved it. It was amazing. And, well, I gave it 4 stars, though, still. Next, I read The Shadows Between Us. This freaking book, like, I thought, first of all, I thought this was a duology. Just so you know, it is a duology technically going to be soon, but I didn't know this was a standalone series. Like, the second book isn't going to be about the swimming character, which I'm sad about because I don't want to read about the other character. I don't know. I don't love her, but whatever. I'll see. But The Shadows Between Us was so freaking good. I love the banter. I love the story, and the fact that even after like he kind of like was like, no, you leave. Like he was like, I don't trust you anymore. She still helped him. Like, this is a true good story, and I gave it a 5 stars. It was perfection. I recommend it to everybody. This is a closed door romance, so perfection. Well, I think I don't remember, but I remember like I guess they kind of talk about it, but otherwise, yeah, they talk about it, but they don't like. It's not really like shown or it's not explicit scenes. So that's pretty nice. And I really truly love this book. It's a fantasy romance and I recommend it to everybody to read. Everybody. Everybody go and get it. Okay. Next I read 1,000 Boy Kisses. This freaking book. Like, I wanted to cry at the start because of like how something happened, and I loved how the character built up the story, but then at some point one of the main characters changed, and I was just like, I loved you before so much, but it was a necessary change, and I get it, and I fully love what the author just did to it to really build up the story, and it was really good. And there's also going to be a second book, and I'm so excited, but this is like a standalone romance series. But the ending of this book was really good. I really loved how it like all wrapped up perfectly. And I gave this book a 4.25 stars. Pretty nice. And now I'm in the middle of 2 books, and I'm also making like a reading vlog, so you're gonna see that there. But I'm in the middle of 2 books, and that is Magnolia Parks. I'm finally starting that series since I finally finished the Addicted Calloway Sister series. It's time to move on to another kind of series that's, I don't know, kind of like lifestyle vibes. I don't know, just kind of like pure vibes idea. So I'm starting Magnolia Parks finally. I'm very excited for this series. It's supposed to be really good, and currently I'm really, really loving it. Just so you know, that kind of little idea. And I'm also in the middle of Kingdom of the Wicked. I liked it at the start, and then I started kind of like going downhill. It's just like I'm not in the mood for this. So I don't know if I'll continue the series, but I'm hoping to because, it's better that way for me. And so in the end, guys, I've read a total of 10 books in the month of October. This is what I mean by I didn't really read a lot this month. But that's okay. It's totally fine. Maybe in the month of November I'll do better. We'll see because I'm starting pretty strong with Magnolia Parks, so that might kind of like smooth out the process. But we'll see how the month of November goes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And comment down below if you've read any of these books and if you have any recommendations for the month of November. And tell me, guys, if you have like any ideas on what to do if you're in the middle of a reading slump, because I kind of feel like I'm getting into one, and this is why I haven't been reading as much in October. But it could be also because I've been like in a rocky situation with like trying to get through school, but also read, and also YouTube, and also that. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.